widening the gap between the top two and the rest. And in an exclusive interview with Friday Sports Scene, the Dundee United chairman also attacked lazy, overpaid players and their agents and demanded a return to Saturday football. He told Jim Spence he'd shed no tears if Rangers and Celtic quit Scotland, saying it would make for a more exciting league.
I like to win, and it would be great for Scottish football to think that the Dundee Uniteds and all other clubs in Scotland could be all aiming at winning the league, because I really believe that at the moment Rangers and Celtic over the season will usually prevail, and there's no doubts at all that that is one plus. I think equally the crowds would improve if you were going to be winning week in and week out and at the top of the league. So therefore Rangers and Celtic, as far as through the gate is concerned, there wouldn't be a lot of difference to Dundee United, because obviously I think that what we would lose from a Rangers and Celtic game at Tannadice, which is twice each during the season, I think we could gain through every other game played at Tannadice, where you're challenging for winning the league. But there's no doubt at all that credibility and as far as attractiveness is concerned, I really believe and worry that there would be a big loss to Scottish football and what the television companies and so on would be prepared to put into the game.
Is it a realistic possibility that clubs like United and Aberdeen and the others can bridge the gap that's sprung up now between yourselves and the old firm? Just recently we lost Billy Dodds to Rangers, and in circumstances that obviously we were very unhappy about. But it's part and parcel of the modern game at the moment. Rangers and Celtic can put great pressure on provincial clubs with any of the players that are playing outstanding for you. Richie of Hearts is another one. Do you fear for the future of the game? There is absolutely no doubts at all changes have got to be made. But I really believe that far too much thought is going on to money, money, money all the time. And yes, we all need money, but money will come if we improve the product. And I really believe that we've got to concentrate far more and first and foremost giving the supporter what he wants, when he wants, because make no mistake, it is far greater choice to spend his money now. He's under far more pressure from wives now than they were in the past, because wives definitely want family time at weekends. And there's no doubts that people have far more choices in what to do with their money. And the cost involved for football, people think it's exceptionally dear. I personally don't think it's too dear if it's good enough. But at the moment it most certainly is too dear for what they're getting. And we've got to concentrate on that first and foremost and improve the product, but in particular give the supporters, or also give the supporters what they want when they want it, and that's, in my opinion, 3 o'clock on a Saturday. We must listen to the supporters, make no mistake yet. How do you actually improve the product in Scottish football then? I mean, there are many players, some would say, coming through the youth ranks who are not of sufficient quality, and many foreign players coming in who are not of much better quality than we've got. There's no doubts that the major problem is the attitude of the player. One of the favourite statements that I kept repeating, unfortunately, in the last few years as a manager is that I know it means too much to me, but unfortunately, speaking to players, it means too little to you. And it's more important to mean more to them than it is to the manager, in my opinion, because then their attitude would be different. And we've had players in the last few years, when I was manager, if we'd have sent their wages to their house, they wouldn't even have turned up for training. That is sad for me to say that. I've lived off the game for a long, long time now, and there's no doubts at all that we should be privileged to be getting money for something that we love doing and we would have done for nothing. You're effectively the elder statesman of Scottish football. Is it not in a sense up to somebody like yourself to be putting these views forward to other people in the game? Yeah, but people's got to listen and people's got to agree, but unfortunately football's all about opinions, and I feel at times that for instance, I've been asked to do interviews many, many times, and I honestly don't like doing interviews now because I just feel I'm wasting my time. I really feel frustrated with where the game's going, and I feel that when you do an interview, everybody in the media, in particular the papers, try to pick holes in what you've said. I stand up for everything I've said here in this interview, and there's no doubts at all they are some of the major problems that we have in the game, and there's no doubts equally that we can overcome them, but we've all got to overcome them together, and that means agents, players, supporters, and in particular the people that run the game.